On today's podcast, we spoke to Tevin. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Tevin is a major part of why I started the Courier Academy, to tell drivers' stories about how tough it is to work in the transport industry and make a buck. If there's ever a story that I need you to watch, like and share with your other brothers on the road, this is it. Tevin tells us a story of what, in my opinion, we should be rejecting, in particular in this country. Transport workers get a rough shake as it is, and this is about as bad as it gets. If you've got a story like Tevin's, I want to know about it. So please reach out to us at the Courier Academy and let us share your story. G'day and welcome to the Courier Academy podcast today. I've got a very special guest. Now, I know I always tend to say I've got a very special guest because I just believe a lot of people are special, but this guy doesn't even know how special he is, and I'm just about to tell him. The Courier Academy is a concept that I've had brewing in my mind since my experiences in the US and how workers are treated in the US and how I think that they're starting to get imported into our country here in Australia, and how I think we need to stand up to that. And he was a massive reason, and I don't think you know this, Tevin. You're one of the big reasons why I thought I'm going to have to pull my finger out and have to do something. So I remember when I first met you, this podcast room didn't exist. Mm-hmm. Now it exists, and I mean this with all sincerity. You're that last straw for me that pushed me over the edge to spend the money and to make this movement happen. Yeah. And it's not a business, it's a movement. It's what I call it. In all honesty, you're the big part of that, and I don't think you know that, but now you do.
Well, I thank you for everything, and I'm glad to be here.
Awesome. You know what gets me about what you just said? You thank me for everything. Mate, I thank you because I know how hard you work.
I know you saw me coming in and out of your office delivering parcels, and I didn't even have time to chat to you. I'm glad I made the change to come over to Yellow. It's really changed my whole lifestyle. And I was working really hard before. I was doing like 12 to 14 hours a day. I didn't have time when I got home, I didn't have any time to myself. I was so exhausted. I was tired. I was doing like 150 deliveries a day. That's like jumping in and out of a car every 3 minutes. It's really exhausting. And I remember when my son was 4 years old and he wanted to play soccer, and I just didn't have time to take him. And now I do. So he's just started last year. So, yeah, he's going to continue again this year.
So we met. Jesus Christ. We met because you come and did the delivery here one day for us.
I've been here a few times.
Yep. But it was the first time I noticed you. And I remember I remember I asked you, I said, because there was two quite large parcels.
Yeah.
There was two large parcels that you delivered.
Yeah.
And I watched you get them through the front door.
Yeah.
And you what the fuck? I watched you struggle to get them through the door, and I asked you how much you make out of those to deliver those, right?
Yeah.
You scanned it, you told me how much you made. It was ridiculous. And I just thought, I knew that there was a race to the bottom, and I'm a busy guy running a few businesses and all that sort of stuff, but this is the one, Yellow Express is the one that's closest to my heart, and I love and admire all of my blokes on the road, and I know how difficult the job can be sometimes, but I'm all for, if you work hard, you should get paid well, right?
Yeah.
And I remember asking you what you made out of that, you scanned it and you
Yep.
told me how much you make. And I just thought, what a disgrace. Where is this industry going?
Yeah.
Who's standing up for blokes like you? And we need to tell those types of stories in this podcast, because I reckon there's not just one of you, mate. I reckon there is thousands, tens of thousands,
Yeah.
hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
And I know that there's tens and hundreds of millions across the world that are working in situations where you're not being recognised, you're not getting paid well, and the flow and effects are obviously things like, you know, when you mention getting time with your children, which
Yep.
is what just got me, because I got my sons.
Yeah. It's there. That's really important.
Yeah.
Spending time with my son, because he's growing up really fast. He's 9 years old now. And I remember that delivering those parcels to you, it was about $2.20 per parcel. So
We've got a pic. You know, I took a photo of you that day.
Yeah, you did.
And we've got a picture of the size of the parcels. $2.20.
Yeah.
It's just that's just okay. Let's dive into this a little bit, right? You're making the same money now working
Yeah.
for Yellow Express, and this is not a plug for Yellow Express, please.
Yeah.
You know, this is a plug for what I believe, and I don't think we're perfect either. We get a few things wrong, you know, and transport's one of those things. It's never a science, right? It's never a perfect science.
Yeah.
But, you know, we respect you.
Yeah.
I respect you. The team respects you. Some days are good, some days are bad.
Yeah.
But you were working in turning over, let's not say make, because making are two different things. Let's call it turnover. You were turning over the same amount of money as what you're turning over with Yellow Express, but I imagine your running costs were more expensive because you were doing 12 to 14 hours a day.
Yes.
Your words.
Yep. Yes.
Okay, let's just think about that. 12 to 14 hours a day, right? And obviously you're doing lots of more kilometres,
Yep.
burning fuel, wear and tear, being exhausted, not having any time for your kid, right?
Yep.
And then obviously you've got expenses from that too, from working 12 to 14 hours a day.
Yep.
Let alone thinking about the issues that you have with probably your health, working that hard.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a situation where you're living to work, not working to live.
Yeah.
You know, so there's that. But the thing that gets me is if you don't finish your quota, you get charged.
No, if
Working Saturdays,
um,
if you don't do them, explain that.
Basically, I was a franchisee, and I had to clear my freight.
Were you a franchisee? Weren't you working for a franchisee?
No, I owned the franchise, so I had to look after my area. So if I was very busy, then I would have to do Saturdays to cover it, and if I didn't work, they would hire an outside hire, and I would get charged on top of that.
So you would have to do work Saturday for free.
No, I would still get paid, but it was my job to get rid of those freights, to deliver them all, so that the next coming week we'll get new freight.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So 5 days sometimes turn into 6 days.
Yeah. If it's busy, usually busy during Christmas or when they
Yeah, I
have
get
the
it. We
Freaky
get
Friday.
busy here at Christmas too. And
Yeah.
yeah, I get it. Okay.
But my hours don't start until I load up, so that's why the hours are long. I would wake up like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I would have to drive into the depot and load up the freight. So I don't get paid for doing that. So I got to put all the 150, 200 parcels in my van before I start work. And when I leave the depot, I still haven't got paid yet. And once I get to the area and start delivering and scan those parcels, that's when I get paid. And I used to do a lot just to earn more.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was very tiring though. It wears you out.
And then obviously if you've got to work a Saturday as well.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard.
Okay, so look, again, just so this doesn't look like a shameless plug for Yellow Express, and we are a unique company, I'm sure you figured that out by now.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Type of business that we are and what we do.
Yeah.
What sort of hours would you be working at the moment?
Well, they're pretty good hours. They're About 8 hours, 8 hours, if 9 hours, if
Maybe
if,
nine
yeah,
if it's
maybe
busy,
9,
8 hours. But it beats, and you're not doing 12, 14.
No, and
Yeah.
I'm not waking up 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm waking up decent time, like 7, 8 o'clock. Yeah,
Giving your boy a little kiss before you go to work.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, that's important, mate.
Yeah.
And you get to see him when you get home.
Yeah. For 4 years, I wasn't able to do anything with my son, but now I'm able to take him to soccer, or even if I finish work early, I'm able to do stuff. I'm not exhausted.
Mate, can you stop? I'm going to burst into tears.
No, I'm just.
This is killing me.
Yeah, no, I'm just so happy that you rescued me from the company that I was with before. I mean, like, that's the only thing I knew. And like you mentioned before, there's hundreds of me out there. That's the only thing they know. So that's why when I spoke to you the very first time, it took about a year and a half for me to come over. You actually approached me 3 times.
Because I knew I could do good. I knew I could change your life.
Yeah.
And I knew we could get a great bloke on the team as well. And we're all about that, mate. It's we're, one of our things is great blokes, big vans,
Yeah, I'm so glad you didn't give up on me. Like a year.
I can be a tenacious little bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good, man. I appreciate the sentiment. So, another little thing I'd like to add, and this is to people out there that receive deliveries from blokes like this. You've just heard his story, what time he needs to wake up in the morning to not see his kid before he goes to work, okay, to go and work the type of hours that he does. Also, you can get your parcel most of the time delivered on time, but let's face it, delivered late, maybe on a Saturday that he also has to work and still not see his kid. I want people to really start to consider the delivery guy that comes in and you see in the office every single day, and what they have to go through, the stresses they have to go through, the time away from their family that they have to go through, and all just so they can bring your delivery to you on time and deliver happiness. And that's what, a lot of blokes like Tevin do. And we know that there's, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of blokes like you that have a very difficult task to do in order to deliver your parcel. So I want people to start to recognise that if you meet a Tevin on the street, on the road, or in the office, is hand them a bottle of water, ask them how they're going, and send them on the way, and show your appreciation for people that work behind the wheel in transport, whether it's, rideshare, couriers, truck drivers, you name it. I think we're some of the... I'm not going to say we. I just said we. I'm going to say you, right? Because I don't work on the road as much as what you do. I get out on the road every now and then.
Yeah.
You actually, I let you. Actually, there you go. I let you my van for a few months, didn't I?
Yeah.
To get you up on your feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Good van, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, I love that. I wish VW could give us a few more. We've got a few stock issues at the moment.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Rocco. But that's right. So I gave you a little head start, and then gave you a little taste of what we did. I wanted to prove to you that what we do is different, and you like what you saw, and then we've organised something else for you in the meantime, which is fantastic. Mate, I'm so glad that you're with us. Right? They love you in the boiler room there, the stress room. I hear nothing but great things about you.
Yeah.
I love the idea of us working together for years and years and years.
Yeah.
And I also want to thank you very much, mate, because without blokes like you, businesses like this don't exist. And we're taking up the fight for blokes like you to tell your story, and to make sure that, we get together, we get our stories straight, and we start to amalgamate and get on the same team, and who knows what's going to happen. All I know is we're trying to do a good thing now by telling the stories like this, and mate, that was a great story. So proud that we're hanging out, sitting on the green chairs today, mate.
Thank you, Justin.
And if you ever see something out there, mate, or hear of any other stories of any other of your brothers out there behind the wheel, mate, please let them know who we are and what we do.
Sure.
And we'd love to continue that the storytelling.
Thank you, Justin. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah.
I'm what I like about it is it's the flexibility. And I look forward to my weekends now. Like, there's no pressure to work Saturdays, and it's optional that you can work Saturdays to earn more. But yeah.
While we're on that, I keep on wanting to hang up the phone conversation, but I've just been triggered by another thing.
Yeah.
If you've got a sick day and someone else has got to cover for you, you have to pay for that, don't you?
Yes, that's right. Being a owner franchisee, and if you don't come to work, then you get charged a lot of money.
How much?
Well, it used to be $500 a few years ago. Now it's $800. It's like a premium courier rate. So $800, and I probably earn half as much as that. So it's not good taking sickies.
So even if you're sick, you got to get out there, still work. And if you can't work for any other reason, let's just say your kid's playing soccer that day and he's got a special event at school and you want to see your kid, you've got to make a decision to tear up either $800 or go and see your kid.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I know. But if that was the situation, I would go see my kid play soccer.
Oh, no. Stop, mate. You're going to make me cry again. It's a fucking disgrace that is even a thing in this country. And I think we're importing all that bullshit from America, that style of star-spangled bullshit, I call it, that screwing workers, that's just a shit. That's just a crazy deal. By the way, how much did the franchise cost you?
Well, it all depends on the area, but my franchise cost me about $20,000.
Okay, so you paid this is what I take from this. You paid $20,000 for the privilege of, and I say privilege with complete tongue-in-cheek and utter sarcasm and almost disdain, paid $20,000 to go and work 12 to 14 hours a day, right, to maybe work a Saturday, to also potentially not see your kid, to then go and also, if you're sick, pay someone $800 to take your place, to barely turn over enough money to then take out expenses, to then barely provide for the kid that you don't get to see.
Yeah, you would...
That's depressing.
Yeah, we would have to try and organise our own drivers, and if we don't, for example, if I had a friend...
Yeah, no, but let's not go into the organising the right.
Yeah.
I just outlined the way that I look at that experience that you had, and I'm so happy I got you out of that bullshit.
Yeah, I'm so happy you did
too.
too.
Don't worry, mate. And I want to do more of that.
Yeah.
So the only way we do that is we tell these stories. Mate, it's an honour to be working with you. I think you're a great bloke, mate. We talk every now and then. I want to keep doing that.
Thank you.
Never be a stranger. And you're a part of our team now, mate. And let's make a bigger team and a bigger family. And let's call bullshit on these types of businesses. And let's just fuck some shit up.
Thank you, Justin.
Punch it, mate.
Thank you.
Legend. Thanks for coming on.
You're welcome.